that's still dividing, and they're found in the inner circle of that, the inner portion of that. Multipotent, again, a little less capable. Let's see, so these cells, they have the power to become specialized for a precise function, and this would include limbal stem cells, which would give rise to epithelial cornea tissue. These stem cells are found in children and adults, and they give rise to usually specific normal tissue. And then you have unipotent, which are stem cells, but they can only really differentiate into one sort of cell type, and those are found in adult organisms. So how then do, you guys have heard of embryonic stem cell research, and a while ago people got really excited about adult stem cells. So we need to talk a little bit about how those differ, and adult stem cells are those that are not specialized but are found in specialized tissue. What that means basically is that we found out that not only are there stem cells inside of an embryo, those are the really powerful ones, but there are other stem cells that are found in adults and in umbilical cords that they, for example, let's say in a heart or a lung or brain. I think they found some in brain tissue. You have certain stem cells that are in there. There's not very many, and they're hard to identify. But they're in there, and they're just not dividing. They're just hanging out. And if you were to find those and take them, you could culture them, and they could then form brain tissue under the right circumstances in a lab situation. And so they couldn't form, heart or lung or muscle, but they could form brain. And we have, those are found in adults, and we have found other types of adult stem cells in other tissues. Now, not all of them yet, but they are, some of them have been found. So the embryonic stem cell is pluripotent, right? It can form lots of different types of cells, and it can self-replicate. It gives rise to cells from all three germ layers, and it comes from that mass of cells called the blastocyst. They're easier to identify than adult stem cells, and they can be made to divide indefinitely. I said adult ones are very difficult to find. Next question, what type of stem cell is used to reconstruct the cornea in this procedure? Why are they important? And what problems have been encountered in using this type of stem cell? So in the operation that Lucy's considering, are these embryonic stem cells or these adult stem cells? What are they?
Adult.
Yeah. And if you didn't know that, you could just look right up there and read it. Adult limbal stem cells are used either from a patient's own healthy eye or from a close relative or from a cadaver. So you can take them from live people, newly dead people, and sometimes even from the patient themselves. So limbal stem cells are important because they help to maintain that smooth, clear layer, that protective surface on the corneal epithelium. Now, what are some of the problems with this? Well, the greatest problem has been in obtaining an adequate amount of stem cells and identifying stem cells. Remember, we said there aren't very many and they're hard to find. So that's one of the challenges is getting enough of those. What are some of the major concerns with adult stem cell use? Well, there are some pros and there are some cons. The cons are, or at least some of the concerns, are that the long-term effects of this procedure, specifically the one Lucy's considering, in 10 to 20 years are unknown because it's so new. And that's the same with all new procedures. We don't know long-term effects. Some of the news reports have indicated that researchers feel that adult stem cells may fuse with other cells, which could be problematic. They could also, immunosuppressant drugs are required so that to keep the infection down. And so immunosuppressant drugs must be given to prevent the transplant from being rejected. This places the patient at a greater risk of infection and adverse reactions. So there's another possible con, is that your immune system's down during the procedure, which means you could get sick from something else. And just like all cells in your body, the adult stem cells could have some DNA abnormalities. So all the cells in your body have DNA in them.